Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this very special evening, the introductory evening for Open Spiritual Channels. So good evening, good morning, and maybe good afternoon for some people. I'm Master Marilyn, for those of you who are new on Facebook or the webcast, and welcome to everybody in the room, on Facebook, on the webcast, and on the teleconference. And tonight I'm going to make a very special effort to remember to ask responses from people on the telecast, because we don't see them. We don't see their names up there. And so sometimes they are not always included. So I've made a memo to myself to remember that. This evening, this weekend, well, it's not a weekend, it's only one day, is so special. Open Spiritual Channels, which is the general heading for the whole series that we have, and each time there's a different emphasis. This one is Connect with the Heart of Heaven. And I'm just going to hold this flyer up in case some of you have not seen it, so that you have a visual sense of what the weekend will be. I am very excited about this weekend. I can hardly stand it. Because as you can see from the various little pictures there are holy beings represented from different traditions. And some of those traditions I connect with because they're part of my background. And some of them I connect with because I have met them along the way. Mm-hmm. And some of them, I don't know who they are. So that's very exciting. And I just want to give you a little idea about myself in leading this workshop. From the very, very early years with Master Sha, one of the assignments I had was to flow various things for Master Sha. That's a term that he uses for direct soul communication. And I was so blessed to have this role because I got lots and lots of special blessings to really, really open my spiritual channels. So as a result of that, I also received great wisdom, because with all of the particular assignments that Master Sha would give to me, I got a download of whatever that was. So if Master Sha wanted me to flow a book on, well, at that time he called them downloads. He wanted me to flow a book on downloads. Then I got the Sacred Secrets, Wisdom, Healing, and Practical Techniques. So actually Master Sha has prepared me very well to lead an Open Spiritual Channels workshop. And the term flow is one that Master Sha used at the very beginning when he was just starting to train us. And he would tell us, open your mouth. That's all you need to do. Open your mouth and let the words flow out. And that's exactly what direct communication is. We connect with heaven, we connect with a particular saint, we connect with a particular person, and we do not think about what's going to come. Whatever comes to us, we allow it to flow out. I picture it as turning on a faucet. When we go to a sink, I'm not going to try to draw a picture of it, but if we go to a sink, we don't have any question about, oh, when I turn this faucet, will the water come out? What do I have to do? Do I need to prepare in some special way? I wonder if it's really going to come out. I wonder if it's really going to be water. I wonder if I can... We don't go through all of that. We just don't. We go to the sink, we turn on the water, and water comes out. That's the way we need to approach doing flows. We need to have that level of trust. And it is possible to have that level of trust when we follow the guidelines, the guidance, when we receive the blessings. So a very, very big part of doing direct communication is that level of trust. This evening and Sunday are going to be advanced workshops. This is going to be an advanced introduction because everyone has made some kind of a workshop before. Maybe a whole weekend of open spiritual channels. Maybe it has been a practicum that we have had here. Maybe it's something you've done with another master teacher through another center. But everybody has had some preparation. So it's not new. So that means we can really move forward. Okay? So the possibilities for what can happen during the weekend are very, very special. And so this is connect with the heart of heaven. And I'm going to put this on the flip chart just so that each person, because I have the flyer here, but people don't have them sitting in front of you. But this particular topic is one that's going to be so important for us to keep in our consciousness, in the front of our consciousness, not sitting back there like kind of on vacation. So I sort of got distracted, and I didn't finish telling you a little bit about Master Sha's preparation of me for being able to do this kind of a workshop. Besides flowing these various things, there was at one point Master Sha had asked me, and I was teaching full time. So anyone who's watching who's a teacher can appreciate this. So I had a project. Then Master Sha phoned and said, I want you to do, and it was another project. I said, okay. So I kind of mentally juggled everything. It was perfect. Then, he phoned later, not that day, but, a couple of days or weeks, with another project. And I thought, well, okay, I can still maneuver the time. Then there was a fourth one, and I thought, there's no more time to maneuver, because I did have to go to school. So I just simply said to Master Sha, which one of these would you like me to work on first? And that's what all of us need to. And so he said, well, just a moment, let me check. So he checked, told me what he wanted me to work on first, and so I did that. So we need to do that also in our own lives. We need to look at things that we feel we must accomplish, and we need to be able to ask heaven. In this case, we're talking about asking heaven, what is it that I need to do first? And then we begin there. So, connecting with the heart of heaven. This is actually the secret. This is the secret. When we connect with the heart of heaven, we have connected with the unconditional, unlimited love that is there for us. The compassion, the forgiveness, the light, the mercy, the generosity, and I could continue on with other words for a very long time. But this one word holds so much significance within it. And so before we begin with activities and teaching and that type of thing, we're going to spend some time doing this, and we're going to do it the way that Master Sha has presented to us. And that is by chanting. We're going to chant Da-I. So, everyone please sit straight. And put your heels as close together as you can. For some people it's painful, so make sure you're comfortable. But if you can put your heels together or, close to one another, that's good. Otherwise, however you're able to sit. And I'm going to ask you to put both hands below your navel. Because there's an energy point here, and where your hands are is where the light will go. And close your eyes. So this is body power. The mind power is creative visualization. So for this, focus on your lower abdomen. If you can, focus on your Ming Men acupuncture point, which is directly opposite your navel. And visualize a golden ball. But this golden ball goes all the way down to your heels. So you're connected with your heels physically, because if you can, you have them touching one another. And now you're connected with them through creative imagination, or maybe you can even visualize that golden ball that is so big. And the sound of power is going to be Da-I. We are what we chant. Da-I means greatest love, unconditional love, love that has no boundaries and no limits, love that flows to us from the heart of heaven. Dear soul, mind, and body of Da-I, I love you, thank you, honor you, appreciate you. Please align my Shen Qi Jing with yours, so I may connect with the heart of heaven. Da-I, 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 And you are what you sing, so you are greatest love. Die, 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 Greatest love, greatest love, greatest, greatest love, 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 greatest, greatest love, 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 greatest, greatest love, 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 greatest, greatest love, 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 greatest, greatest love. greatest love, greatest love. If you want to stand up and move, that's good too. Greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. Die, 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 greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love, greatest, greatest love, greatest love, greatest love. I am 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 greatest love. Die, 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 die. So please sit and just chant that silently. And connect with the experience of being greatest love. How? Thank you. So now I'm going to ask you to share your experience. People on Facebook, people on the webcast, and people on the teleconference. I am counting on you to put responses. In addition to hello, thank you, and I love you, which is all beautiful, and I thank you, and I love you also. However, the question was, what was your experience? And what is your experience now? What was your experience as you were singing, as you were chanting that? What images came to you? What messages came to you? what happened? So I've given you a whole lot of questions that you could respond to. So the very best way to have me be very, very happy is to put lots of responses in the chat box about your experience. And how many people do we have, say, like on Facebook? Can you tell?
I was.
Okay.
Live stream?
17. Oh, good. So we have 17 possibilities. Do you know what is so interesting? People are very silent. Their fingers are not able to get to the keyboard until it is announced there will be a demo. And then people come to life. So I think maybe tonight I'll do things differently. We'll see. We'll find out what heaven says. So hurry up and put your comments in the chat box. And while people are putting their comments in the chat box, maybe we could open the teleconference line. We'll start with the teleconference people. I'm really making a special effort to be mindful.
Okay, so we're actually on the listener line tonight.
Pardon me?
We're on the listener line tonight, so there is no muting and unmuting because the moderator code did not work.
Because what?
The moderator code did not work.
Oh, so we don't need to mute or unmute?
No, the line is open right now. So
Oh, okay. So anybody on the teleconference line can just begin to share. You don't have to wait for mute or unmute. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's good or not, but anyway, that's the way it is.
they remember to unmute their phone.
Oh, yes, you need to unmute your own phone. And if you're speaking, you're still unmute because we can't hear you. Could somebody say hello so we know we're connected to you? Okay, I did my best.
Okay.
Okay. So, Victoria, are there comments on Facebook?
So Gavin Hartley says, Master Marilyn, this was amazing. And as I was chanting with you out loud, my heart was chanting, happy, happy, happy. And I felt so grateful.
Oh, great. Gavin, hello from Australia. Oh, what fun.
Another wonderful Australian, Anne-Marie Stewart, calm and an instant uplift of love. Thank you.
Beautiful. Both Gavin and Anne-Marie have been students, I think, since when I first started going to Australia. Yeah. So that's really fun. On the live stream.
Christine Owen says, I could feel blockages release, especially from the first soul house area.
Ah.
Carolyn Nash, I feel like I am connected to the heart of heaven and the core of Mother Earth. I feel like I am a flowing ocean of love.
How beautiful. That's very poetic.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Barbara Brundage says, thank you, Da'ai. I feel more connected now to everyone and everything.
Mm.
And Christine also adds, I became relaxed and content during the practice.
Great.
Master Patricia Smith, I could actually feel a softening and a warmth in my heart and a lightness throughout my body. Master Marilyn's joy was infectious, helped creating a wonderful quantum field. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Great, thank you.
And one more.
And I know Master Patricia.
Yeah. Charlotte Conrad, it was very beautiful. and relaxing experience for me. Thank you. Countless bow downs. Heike, I feel very centered.
Great.
And Barbara Brundage, I saw a line from heaven to me and a line from earth coming up to me, and they met and a knot was formed. I also experienced some blockages releasing. Dagan En.
Wow, very nice. Great. And thank you everybody on live stream who put a comment. I think that we have a record number of responses. Keep it up. Keep it up. Because, it makes a difference. There are people in the room, there are people on Facebook, there are people on the telephone, and people on live stream. But we actually are all part of one event. However, if people are simply sitting there if you're just sitting there not responding, then it's sort of like you're spectators, you're not part of the event. But when you're participating, then it brings you into the room, and it also sends everything from the room to you in a very special way, in a way that does not happen if you're just sitting there observing. Yeah. So, people in the room, you get to respond also.
I found it easier to chant standing up and moving, like dancing, because I started out with kind of a sore throat. My throat's a little bit off or sore, and but when I got up and I'm moving and dancing, it was easier to chant. And to chant vigorously, enthusiastically. But it was like we're affirming, I am greatest love. It was like this wonderful affirmation. Yes, I am greatest love. So I really felt that strongly. We're affirming
beautiful. That. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is nature, Anita. Pay attention to that sentence you just stated. I felt like I was greatest love. I affirmed.
Yeah, that yes.
That is very powerful. That is so significant. It's something that during the course of the weekend you can do flows on that, because that is so huge. To be able to affirm I am greatest love is not a small thing. That is a very special gift. You are blessed. Thank you, heaven. Thank you. Thank you. It's happening. See, I knew this was going to be a very special weekend. I have been so excited about this weekend. I can hardly stand it. So, this is just, we've only been together for a little bit over half an hour. And we've already had a breakthrough. So just imagine, for the rest of the evening and Sunday. So people on Facebook and the live stream, you absolutely, and the teleconference, you're absolutely going to want to register, because if we've already had a breakthrough and it's only a half an hour into the weekend, heaven has a lot in store for us. So others in the room, everybody gets to share.
I just walked in. I apologize. I walked in late, but I knew I had to be here. I fought to be here, fought hard, and I made it. So thank you for heaven allowing me to be here. And the energy is just amazing. I can just feel the power, the energy. It's a very happy, joyful energy. Kind of like people aren't joking around, but they have like a very lightheartedness about them in the room and in yourself. And I could feel that, and I also feel very loved. I feel very grateful, and I affirm that every single day. And if I'm doing any sort of phone call with anybody, I always do that as part of the practice. I
Beautiful.
feel it's the foundation for everything to grow from there.
So true. That's great. Thank
And
you.
Master Marilyn, you were awesome last night. It's just like a continuation. Master Marilyn, you had 1.5 hours to get a really profound teaching in, and it was done so well. One note that I noticed yesterday was something that you just said now about the viewers participating versus just sort of holding back and observing, or being like a voyeur. I noticed that in the audience yesterday. I couldn't understand, quite frankly, how people couldn't just trace, for example. Just try it, just trace, or put your cell phone down, or stop chit-chatting. There were people that were physically there, but they just weren't there, and then those were the people who left just before the blessings.
Yeah.
And they didn't get any of the blessings. It was amazing to me. I was like, wow, we're physically in the same place, but we're having completely different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess everybody is where they need to be. It just was
Exactly.
something I observed.
Yeah.
So,
And all of us have been in those chairs
true.
at some time or
That's
another.
absolutely true.
Yeah.
I've been sitting in AV sometimes, and I'm completely like hiding. I've done that,
Yeah.
many times, for years.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
well,
you.
great. Thank you. That was a very special evening, I think, last night, and it's on
Facebook on our San Francisco Center Facebook page.
So people who did not see the presentation last night on the 5 Steps to Gratitude can go to the Facebook page for Master Sha Tao Healing Center. You'll put the link up? Okay, great, thanks.
Yes, thank you. And we have somebody who's very interested in registering for Sundays.
Oh, great.
A friend of hers referred her, so I wanted to see if you could address, are there any prerequisites for Sunday?
Oh, there is, actually. There is the prerequisite to have attended an open spiritual channel, soul language, or direct soul communication workshop. But that's really not a blockage. Because sometimes people hear that and say, oh, well, how can I do that before Sunday? Well, we have here at the center on our website for the center is video on demand, and all of the open spiritual channels workshops that I have done or that we have done here at the center are there on that video on demand. And I can put the URL for that. What is it? Who can tell me?
Oh, it's Dr. Shah, SF.
Dr. Shah, Dr. Shah, SF.com.
So you're saying someone could register for something there and then...
Yes. So for someone who's totally brand new, it would be a 2-day workshop. Because tomorrow we're not meeting. We're going to meet again on Sunday. So the person could go to drshahsf.com, register for any one of those open spiritual channel VODs, watch it, and then participate in the workshop on Sunday.
Okay. Melissa here is writing that she's... it moved. She has attended Tao Hands, Tao Song, Tao Dance, and Tao Calligraphy.
Okay, none of those are actually open spiritual channel workshops. They're all wonderful.
Yeah.
They're great. And I commend her, congratulate her. But the open spiritual channel workshop has a different emphasis, a different focus. And so for someone like that, I would suggest if the VOD for soul language and translation is posted, that would be really the best one. It's not required that you do that, but because language and translation is the foundation.
Yes. And to register, would she call the office?
Well, for this, I don't think does she have to, can she do it directly? I don't know.
I'll look into it.
Okay.
Before the end, I'll let her know.
Okay. I don't think I think she can just go.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait a minute, because she needs a code. The password. Yeah. Yeah. So she could phone. So to phone the office, it's 415 971 7373. Yeah. So that'd be the easiest way to do it. And I think you figure I didn't notice you to share your experience.
Oh, no, it's okay. I promise. I got the opposite of everybody else.
That's okay. No, it just does not matter. An experience is an experience. Yeah. So you want to give Paula the phone?
Okay. I'll share afterwards. I'll share afterwards.
The moment you started singing, usually that mantra takes me up, and this time around it took me in a complete opposite loop. I experienced extraordinarily strong frustration. And that's why I didn't want to share it, because everybody had such a good time, and I know that it's a good time mantra, but my experience was like the opposite. I was fuming the whole time. And pain in my back started just like that.
Okay.
Like right there behind my breast.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened so fast, so quick. I'm having like hot flashes of emotional, and I don't know how to explain it. I was fine until you started singing.
Do you know, so it's very important. It's very, very important to be, number one, you're very aware of the experience, and so that's great. But to also to appreciate that every one of our experiences is exactly that. It is an experience. And there's a message. Every experience we have has a message. That's the whole point of this workshop this weekend. I keep calling it the weekend. I know it's not a weekend. I know it's only one day. So every time I say weekend, please, put a little asterisk by it. I know it's really only Sunday. So there's great value in the experience you had, just as there's great value in the experience that Anita had, because they can both be breakthroughs.
Every day.
They absolutely can both be breakthroughs. So we have to be able to be as grateful for that kind of an experience as Anita's experience. Anita's was so exciting, Yours can also be very exciting. And as we go through the evening, I will address that more and unwrap it, because we don't always have great, big, huge, happy experiences. If we did, that would be the same as saying only sunshine is good. Moonlight is not any good. So it's a balance. It's yin yang. And as I said, there's a message in every single experience that we have.
Definitely learning how to identify them.
Yeah, good. That's
it
very
might take
good.
me a little longer, but are you kidding? Such a strong reaction. There's no other way. Something is definitely wanting to be addressed.
Exactly.
And I wasn't aware of it until you started singing. I was fine, like totally fine. So it came so quick, so fast, so intense.
Or maybe your awareness kicked in at that point. Maybe your awareness was so focused on what you were doing that the rest was not as present to you. That's a possibility too. So Victoria shared what somebody on the line said, and that was good.
Well, I just wanted to share that I really enjoyed singing it all together. And then I enjoyed how you were having fun dancing, standing up. And I like it better standing up as well, generally, because then we can move. And then I think it helps move it. It's almost like it helps incorporate in the cells, embody it with the movement.
Yeah. So we need both. We need both. Yes.
I experienced what you have there for your title, Connect with the Heart of Heaven. It was a very expansive experience, to put it that way.
Great. Wonderful. So, something that is very significant for us to truly appreciate deeply is that this connection goes both ways. Many of us, when we have in our awareness that we're going to connect with the heart of heaven, we think almost always, what am I going to do to establish my connection with heaven? You know, I want to connect with heaven. And I think that's true. I think all of us do. We want to connect with heaven. Often we do not stop to reflect on the reality that heaven wants to connect with us.
That's true.
That was a big blockage for me.
Yeah. Heaven wants to connect with us. And part of what you experienced was that desire of heaven to connect with you, because there are some blockages that need to go. And heaven gets our attention in a variety of ways. But here in this little book that you've heard me refer to so many times, on page 32 and 33, I now also include page 33, thanks to Master Margena. When we experience blockages, frustration, grinding our teeth, whatever is going on, pain, we need to realize that what is really happening is the divine is saying, this is my gift of love to you. I love you so much that I want to remove the blockages and barriers that make it difficult for you to live my presence fully. So when any of us have those kinds of experiences, what's being revealed to us are blockages and barriers that we were not aware of before. And during the course of the evening, some of them will move. Some of them will move. And some of them will go home with you. And that's okay. And realizing that it's okay is very important. So this one phrase, to connect with the heart of heaven, besides the love, the compassion, the kindness, the forgiveness, and more, when we connect with the heart of heaven, we also connect with heaven's heart's desire for each of us. And this is very, very important for us to also have as our heart's desire. And so during the day on Sunday, we're going to spend a lot of time doing practices to help us to open our hearts more fully so that we can connect with heaven's heart's desire and we can have it become our heart's desire more fully. It is right now, or you wouldn't be sitting here. You wouldn't be on Facebook, you wouldn't be on the webcast, you wouldn't be on the teleconference. But it needs to become deeper. It needs to expand. It needs to become like our DNA and RNA, so that our whole life will flow from that and flow into that. Wow. Yeah, that's what I said. This is going to be quite an amazing weekend. And that's why there's a prerequisite, because it's going to be advanced. What will be happening for people will be advanced. So, because we need to move quickly, we need to accelerate, we need to align as completely as we possibly can, and as quickly as we can. So, and we have lots and lots of help. Lots of help. I want to just take a look here. So I've said a couple of times that, you know, this is really what every one of us wants. I think it's safe to say that, right? Yeah, okay. So what's stopping us?
Mind blockages.
Why aren't we doing this? So, it's what we have from Master Sha, this ancient wisdom. What is stopping us is Shen, Qi, Jing, blockages. And they can be in any one of these areas. Soul, heart, mind, energy, or matter. So it could be that we have karma that's blocking us. It could be that we have heart blockages. And what Master Sha identifies is anger, greed, and lack of wisdom. It was interesting. So first, at this retreat, it's okay to share this with you, because it's not, a teaching that Master Sha has reserved. But I haven't been as aware as I was this recently. Heart blockages, the lack of wisdom. When we think we're doing something right, and it's not. Or we think we're doing something wrong, and it's actually right. It's a lack of wisdom. We don't have the wisdom to be able to tell right from wrong. And that happens to us. Sometimes we will feel very guilty about something, and there's no reason in the world to feel guilty. you know? That would be a lack of wisdom. Anger, I think we all understand. Greed, we might not understand as well. Well, I thought I did too, until Master Peter did a teaching on it. And when Master Peter did the teaching on it, I thought, oh, wow, it was a new insight for me. In fact, I had to phone him and ask him, Master Peter, what did you mean by that? So I got my own private little teaching. And he's very good. Didn't take long. I got it. But oh my goodness.
That is so funny.
What
did she say? Did she say what?
Yeah, I heard exactly that.
Oh, that is so right.
Siri.
And I was thinking, that's so nice. You're sharing the information with us that you got.
So, what Master Peter was saying is very often greed will show up with healers. I want to make sure I get this correct. With healers who have a difficult time asking an honoring fee that is appropriate. And he came to this wisdom through an experience with a student. And the experience, what it taught him was when the healer is unable or unwilling to ask an appropriate honoring fee, what's down underneath this is that person expects everything for free.
Oh, they expect things.
Yeah, and so they in turn are offering things for an inappropriate honoring fee. I thought, oh, okay. It was a whole new understanding for me. But as I listened to Master Peter, I thought that made sense to me. And I understood it. So it's not what we usually, sometimes it's not what I usually think of as greed. Mindsets, attitudes, beliefs, ego, and attachment. I think we have a pretty good realization. For people who are part of this, you would have a realization about that. Chi, energy, the ability to do something, to have enough energy, enough get up and go, to get up and go. Jing, matter. Do you know this? I have, again, this is a new awareness that I have. That many people, many students, I think, do not have enough Jing. Because they get the message. Here's the message. It's loud and clear. It's great. Their mind processes it. Beautifully. It comes on through. It's following the sequence. I mean, the heart, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. The heart receives it. What am I doing here? So the heart receives it. The mind processes it. That's great, no problem. So this part is going very, very nicely. Sometimes it hits a snag here with the energy. But we can do something about that quite easily. We actually can. We can build our foundation. All of us know what the practices are. We will do some practice maybe tonight and absolutely on Sunday, because we cannot open our spiritual channels unless we have a decent foundation. It's been very interesting to me. When I come on the bus 47, it goes past a new a construction project. I don't know the number. I think it's 11th Street and South Van Ness. There's a great, big, huge building that's going to be there. They spent literally months digging the foundation and preparing the foundation. Week after week after week after week after week after week, the bus would go by. Foundation, 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 foundation. I've been gone 3 weeks. The bus went by today and I thought, wow. They have the metal girders for the building. And a lot of this structure is now happening so fast because the foundation is there. That's what happens for us with opening our spiritual channels and really connecting with the heart of heaven, so that we can connect our heart's desire with heaven's heart's desire. So the energy is there. Or not. If it's not there, we know what to do. Jing, matter. So this is a transformer. Or I would call it the implementer. So many of us get the message, we receive it, we process it, we have, the energy to do something about it, but it doesn't get implemented. How many people have great and wonderful inspirations, huge, magnificent inspirations that literally could change at least San Francisco, maybe the whole world, and they're never implemented? Many of us. And I have the realization we don't have enough Jing. We need more Jing. Jing feeds kidney energy. Jing is connected with kidney energy. If we don't have enough Jing, we're not implementing things. Yeah. That's something we can take care of also, because the Snow Mountain area and the Kundalini, when we strengthen those, we will develop more Jing. When we develop more Jing, we can focus more clearly. There's so many. We are one integrated whole. Our Shen, Qi, and Jing work together. If we're running a little short on one, the others are going to be limited in their capacity. So this has been a very big new realization for me that I am so grateful. So blockages in any one of those will make it difficult for us to connect our heart's desire with heaven's heart's desire. This is what's holding us back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a demo. And let's see. Oh, can you ask? Yeah, but you know what we're going to do? I think, yeah, we'll do, okay. Yes, your question?
My question was, if we feel for ourselves that as far as chi energy, we have a pretty decent amount of energy, energetic in the morning when you wake up. During the day, there's no downtime. I mean, there's just, How then does the blockage of matter happens then? Isn't the energy supposed to be fueling the Jing? I do have a lot of energy. I'm having the blockage to make things happen on the physical realm. And that's why my question is there, because I do have the energy, but it's not manifesting in the actual Jing aspect.
In actual activity.
Yes.
In following through and carried out whatever the inspiration was.
Yes. So how does...
So it's just simply that there is a blockage there. It's not enough, or it's not balanced.
Okay. But the blockage would be in the Jing. No?
Well, it could be. I mean, there could be a variety of things. I'm just saying that this is a new insight for me. And it's just like, oh my goodness. And I have a feeling from... It's not a feeling. I have an awareness that this is true for many students.
It's definitely ringing a bell in me.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ed, could you make a list, or you don't have to make a list, but oh, you can do it? Okay. So, of the people on the webcast and Facebook. Yeah, one common list, and then we'll have people in the room. Aren't you lucky?
Yes, look, 30%, and Ed would be a quarter and 1/5.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky on that. I'll tell you what.
So, one of you want to give out those papers?
Oh, you mean?
Please put my name and Christine's name in there.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put Master Val, do you want to be also on the list?
No.
Short list.
Okay.
So also during the weekend, not during the weekend, on Sunday, what I'll also do is focus on accuracy, because accuracy is very important. We can get ourselves into a whole heap of trouble if we follow our own guidance and it's not accurate. And there's a guideline for us. It's like a rule of thumb. If the guidance I have received, now we're all students of Master Sha, okay? So I'm going to use Master Sha as the teacher. I know he's so much more than that, but nonetheless, for this particular sharing, I'm going to simply refer to him as our teacher. If the guidance I have received does not match Master Sha's guidance, wisdom, and teaching, it is not accurate. And that does not mean, oh my goodness, I'm not accurate. Oh dear, woe is me. Oh dear, how awful. What it means is you're being tested. And are you going to pass the test? So I thought, to me that is so beautiful. It's so simple. We can figure it out all by ourselves. Does this match Master Sha's wisdom and teaching? Yes? Then do it. No? Don't do it. And you know what? Most of the time when it doesn't match, it doesn't feel right. There's something funny about it. You know? This is weird. Why am I getting this answer? Well, because you're being tested. It's that simple. It actually is that simple. But we can get, oh my, I've watched. Thanks be to God, that's not one of the mistakes I've made. I've made others that are really wonderful mistakes. But I haven't made that one. But I've watched other people, and I've had people assigned to me who have made this mistake. You know, taking their own guidance as like, this is it, I got it in guidance, period, don't get out of my way, that I'm going to do this way. So this little guideline is so perfect. It's a perfect rule of thumb. Does this match Master Sha's teaching and wisdom? Yes? Perfect. I'll do it. No? I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Okay.
So this is the room and Christine. There. Good luck, everybody.
Okay. Did I tell you what it was? Did I tell you what
No, we just know it's a demo from you and we're happy.
Okay, so let's see.
I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. Are you kidding?
Is there one over here in the corner?
She was in.
Yes, there's one over in the corner. Who is it?
You wrote his name.
Miss Paula.
Oh!
Yeah.
Clear that blockage. Congratulations.
So, how about...
We have 12 names combining Facebook and live stream. So if you'd like
Okay,
to pick one
okay.
number.
So, 9. Whoever 9 is. 9.
Okay, and that also includes the phone, by the way.
Okay.
Number 9 is Patricia Smith.
Oh, isn't that great? Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
Synchronicity.
Okay, so Miss Paula.
Thank you so much.
Laura's watched me going around finding a paper, and
There was one that was like over there, I guess.
yeah,
I didn't see it, but you said it, and I was like, let's see.
yeah. Okay, so what this is going to be is, and I think I'll put a chair here for Master Patricia.
Yes, good. Good.
Yeah. So this is going to be a crown chakra blessing to have our heart's desire and heaven's heart's desire come together more fully.
That's nice. Come together as one.
Well, no, I don't have that authority. That's way more virtue than I'm able to do. But I can't say to, her ye, no. But to come together more fully, to align heaven's heart's desire and your heart's desire.
So how will I know that I am aligned?
Well,
If I
you
never
tell
know
me.
to not be aligned. that's
You mean you
funny.
say you're 100% aligned with heaven's
Oh,
heart's
no,
desire?
no, but what I'm saying is that, no, of course not, 100% not. But not even probably 1%. I mean, let's be real. But what I'm saying is will I be able to receive the information more clearly as well?
Well, let's find out.
Beautiful. Thank you. Because, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. It never even crossed my mind. Thank you.
What never crossed your mind?
My heart's desire and heaven's desires somehow not being aligned.
You just never thought about
I-
it like that.
I always felt that my heart was my connection to heaven, and therefore, if I was following my heart, I was always aligned.
And I did say that earlier. Nobody would be in the room
Oh, thank you.
or on the webcast or on Facebook or on the teleconference if there wasn't some alignment. But it can always be fuller.
I'd be very.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm definitely open.
Because I
It's
think
beautiful.
all of us would say there are times when I have done things when I would need to say, oops, not so good. So that's being out of alignment. Yeah.
It seems like a big, wide thing that's happening.
I told you this was going to be an amazing workshop. That's right. Apologize. Forgiveness practice. And I will connect. So this is crown chakra blessing for your heart's desire and heaven's heart's desire to be more fully aligned. And it's a Kuan Yin lineage holder crown chakra blessing. Begin. And Master Patricia Soul is here, receiving it also. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just sit calmly. And each person just sit calmly to connect with that experience. Even though you did not receive the crown chakra blessing, still very powerful. Okay, so who would be the first person to share?
Thank you. Thank you, Master Marilyn. Thank you, Heaven, Divine, Master Shah. And thank you, Paula, for being here. So you were chosen. It was wonderful. I can honestly say I'm just so happy that this was offered. I know for myself that I have not been aligning my heart with Heaven's heart at all. which was very obvious. I think all the teachers who helped me through the years would be, very much in agreement. So I did a lot of forgiveness practice, and I did feel heaven's love and blessings for all of us. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Next.
Thank you, Master Marilyn. Congratulations, Paula. So happy for you. Master Marilyn always lights up around this subject, and I do too. It took a long time for me to become more aware of exactly what Master Marilyn was talking about, connecting with heaven and being aware that one might want to do that and more. So I feel very very happy and I can't think of the word. I just think it's really wonderful, this gift, and that's all. I don't know what else to say. I'm just really, really happy. I'm always very moved by this. Or like when people open their soul language, and this connection just moves me greatly. So I've had obviously great blockages because I really didn't necessarily want to get involved for a while. So anyway, congratulations and thank you, Master Marilyn.
Did you see anything?
See anything? No. Sorry.
This was a huge blessing. And during the blessing, I asked the question, what is the heart's desire? And, the heart having a desire, it's a very big subject. And it's connected with a lot of things. Because the big part of it, at least for me, and the answer I got was a realization. It's sort of an awakening, a realization of the larger concept of our heart's desire. And it's kind of like one of these very fundamental things that we have. It's sort of like at the basis of our soul journey.
Yeah, it's our solstice.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Certain insight. Like tonight, I feel
That microphone's got a problem.
since we did the chanting and the moving chant, more present, really present with a joyful energy here that we're creating together. Just really in this energy. It's very alive, it's very joyful, it's very present. It's very strong. And but as we did this, I have this thought, this realization. I have a mental construct or belief that the soul comes in with a mission, a particular mission and purpose. We decide before we incarnate that we're going to fulfill a certain mission. Okay, but it's still for me a mental construct. I believe a mental construct. I have not fully manifested this. I have not connected or aligned with the heart of heaven in order to fulfill this mission or get clear on it even. And so this is a realization that if we're really aligning with the heart of heaven and aligning with heaven's heart's desire for us, that would help us to fulfill our soul's purpose, our soul's mission.
Anita, you've just summarized the whole of the weekend. Thank you. She really has been having some amazing breakthroughs. Thank you. Okay. I'll comment later, not right now.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Paula.
My experience, many things in the brain moved. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
And turn that way because I'm the only one over here.
I felt many things leave my head. I did not receive any images, and I'm not clear about heaven's desire, heart's desire for me. But I felt a lot of stuff leave, and my brain was painful during almost the entire process. It was just zing, 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 zing of things.
Leaving. Great.
As a matter of fact, it's still happening right now.
Mindsets, attitudes, beliefs. Yay!
Thank you.
And as I was doing this, I thought, this is so amazing, the conversation before I started the crown chakra blessing, because you had said earlier, singing Da-I made you feel frustrated, upset, painful.
In 1 second.
Yeah. Which means there's a need for more alignment.
That's the first time I had this reaction with the eye. I never have.
Doesn't matter if it's the first or
I love this
500th
mantra on
time.
top of it. I really love it. It's very beautiful.
It's you don't just receive what I'm saying, okay?
Yes.
What you said earlier is probably why heaven picked you for this,
Okay.
because more alignment clearly was indicated by your response earlier, even if it's the first time. Heaven is very, very.
I have no words. I have no
Never
words.
makes mistakes. So, do we have some responses?
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I have no words.
Yes, you can sit down.
Thank you. People, thank you. Thank you so very much.
Barbara Brundage. She says, thank you, Heaven, Divine Master Shah, Master Marilyn. There was a lot of gentle, peaceful energy moving through my body. And I continue to feel it. Very sweet energy. Congratulations to the demos. Love you both. Gloria Gomez from Long Beach. The heart of heaven is also known by the ancient Maya culture. It's called Corazón del Cielo in Spanish.
Yeah, corazón de la tierra.
Go ahead.
And Master Patricia says she just phoned in to give feedback. So, Ed, maybe you could open that up for Master Patricia?
It's open, isn't it?
Well, but it's open, but he has to
okay.
allow it in.
So, Master Patricia, it's open now. So, if you say hello, we'll know that you can hear us. Hello? No.
Well, while we're waiting for her, I could read a couple more.
Okay.
Anne Marie says,
Okay, so could we have more volume?
Hello?
Perfect.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. So first of all, I cannot tell you how deeply grateful I am, and very, very surprised. Oh, can you hear me?
Not now. We lost you.
I was deeply, deeply moved and very surprised, and my experience was the sharp image of Kuan Yin, surrounded and accompanied by this countless holy beings. And a level of joy and happiness just sort of ran through this entire like multitude of holy beings that were standing behind Master Marilyn. And as the blessing began, it is their heart's desire that each one of us can fulfill our soul journey. And to see this happening here on earth at this moment was a source of joy for them. For both Paula and for me, the images that I was given was like a column of light that was connecting us literally to the heart of God, the heart of the divine. And for all of us, most of us are always outside the column. Even just a little will make us feel uncomfortable. And so as this blessing was going on, what I saw was these little, they're hard to explain, they look like little dark, they're small pieces of darkness, or like chunks of darkness, were flying out from our central channels and from our bodies. And I asked what it was, and there were aspects of the ego. And the ego takes us away from aligning from the heart of the divine. And instead, we veer away from that column of light, and we actually follow our own desire. And we all do it. We all do it. This crown chakra is actually bringing us gently back into that column. It was absolutely incredible. My physical is one of immense light, literally from head to toe, and that the light spread out to everybody. This event tonight, so that everybody was getting light that was like guiding us to that connection with an extremely loving, very pure, very powerful. So those are the highlights. Thank you very, very
Beautiful.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. And there are more? Great.
Anne Marie says, thank you. The splash, so powerful images of times I haven't moved forward. Maybe I didn't or did need to and remained in inaction. Gavin writes, that was powerful crown chakra blessing. The splash was powerful, as Anne said. I love you all so much, I have to leave in a few minutes. We love you too, Gavin.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what time it is for them right now.
Late.
Yeah.
Early. Midday. Actually, it's probably... What time is it in Australia? You could write that in Facebook.
Well, I actually can find out and let you know right now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like 2 in the afternoon.
It's 17 hours ahead of where we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be...
I always found that very, very complicated to try to figure out. It is 12:30 p.m.
Oh.
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow today.
Yeah.
So they're having lunch.
So, are there other
Oh,
comments?
Anne-Marie says it's midday.
Midday, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. No, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, let me just double check. Yes. Gloria Gomez adds, I also felt sweet gentleness. Carolyn, thank you, Heaven and Master Marilyn. This is an amazing crown chakra blessing. I felt an opening of my heart which moved in a channel up an area above my head. Blockages are being removed. And Robin says, this was the quietest blessing I can remember experiencing. So still. Perfect. Thank you.
And that's exactly what Master Shah's been teaching is stillness. To help us move into stillness. How perfect. So this will be part of the weekend, and we will spend part of Sunday really, really identifying what is Heaven's heart's desire for us.
I'm getting all excited.
And there will be other treasures that will be offered to help us to deepen, because everybody's made an open spiritual channel, so we don't have to go, slowly. We can really move along and benefit hugely. So what we're going we'll do that on Sunday, and we'll begin right at 10 o'clock. So people who are going to be here in person on Sunday, please we'll be here early, so that if you want to come early, that's okay too, because sitting in this room ahead of time and reflecting, just being in this field is such a blessing. It is. There's no place else like it in San Francisco or Western United States. Actually, I think, except for Hawaii and San Francisco are the only Dao Chung in the United States. So do come early. You're welcome to come. I usually get here at the very latest at 9:30. So you're welcome to come at 9:30, sit and be present, and prepare, because it's going to be so wonderful. So you can register for this online. They can register online, can't they?
Yes, they can.
Yeah. So you can go to drshaw.com, and then at the top of the home page there's a menu. There's one that says events. Just click on that and go down one. It will take you to a page, and there are 4 colored boxes there. There's sort of a bluish, I think that's periwinkle. There's a bluish purple color. Choose your center. Click on San Francisco. Find the weekend, and you can register. So it's that simple. And we're going to end early because I am leading an advanced practice tonight for students, and I need to be on the 8:30 train, or I won't be leading the practice. So I apologize for having to end early. But I think that everything that has happened so far, there's been a lot packed into a short amount of time.
I think we learned a lot.
So we will very simply say, love you, love you, love you, thank you, thank you, thank you, gong song, gong song, gong song. And to everybody on Facebook, sign up. It's so simple. And on live stream, same for you. Teleconference, same for you. And there will be lots of us here on Sunday, either in the room or on the webcast. So bye-bye. Good night. Love you, love you, love you.